Hello, Checkabutties. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel Cecil, assisted, as I invariably am, by my very good friend Hilary. Thank you, Hilary. And together we always endeavour to respond to your views, comments, observations and questions sent in to us, and making some observations equally and fairly on your behalf. Why? Because many of you are engaged in showbiz. And there is, well, a pervading feeling now in showbiz that if you put your head above the parapet and say something that's, well, not acceptable from what appears to be a vociferous minority, then you may get cancelled. But at our age, we don't care about getting cancelled, do we? Our immediate past video, published a short time ago, referred to Equity. Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety, entertainers and other crazies across the United Kingdom, a call from our light entertainment sole traders, self-employed entertainers, and a need for a campaign by Equity, save our gigs by saving our pubs. So do have a look at the immediate past video. But occasionally we digress at your request, highlighting the fact that, well, we were in an alter ego, somewhat of a media communicator type. You know, one of those types who think they know everything, but really they forget first principles. Have we forgotten first principles yet, Hilary? Because we've always said, when it comes to media communication, using our showbiz background, music is the universal language of communication. Put that uppermost in your mind. Forget everything else. Try and think of first division pop stars, how they behave. Not just pop stars, jazz singers, anything in the first division. So we commented at your request on that, well, it really was a debacle, a tragedy, an uncouth sort of presentation at the White House. Vance, Trump and Zelenskyy. And no doubt you've come down on one side or t'other, as they say. Trump was wonderful, Vance was, and Zelenskyy. But what's it all about? Put music into your soul and put that first. Because forget everything else. Newspapers like to generate headlines. They always like to say, well, this point of view, Donald Trump, acclaim. Zelenskyy, boo. Zelenskyy, acclaim. Donald Trump, boo. That's what sells newspapers. So it concerns them. Let's put something on the tippy-tappy, on the headlines that it's really going to get you saying one thing or the other. And that's been happening all the way since the very beginning. One of the things we always say in the music biz, never ask a DJ if you're trying to plug a record, do you like this record? Because once they say no, even if it gets to number one, they'll still say no. So thinking about music being the universal language of communication, let's forget about everything else. If you want to realize what motivates people, what makes them tick, think of the music. When they are all together, what do they sing? And you say, why is this relevant? Well, if you think about Winston Churchill, Ronald Reagan, J.F. Kennedy, Nelson Mandela, Margaret Thatcher. Turn everything else off. And what do you remember of them? The voice. It's the voice. It's the singer singing from the soul. And that's why when you think of media communication, it can't be this simple, can it? No, everybody makes it complicated. Look at the body language. Look at how they are acting. That's how they were analysing Trump, Zelenskyy and Vance. But put that all aside and say, no, let's just think of the singer, the song, the voice. So here's a little trick. It's not really a trick, but please do what I ask you to do. Don't think about it, just do it. Is that clear? Right. First of all, take your finger and put it on your forehead. Done it? Now take it and put it on your nose. Now take it and put it on your ear. Now take it and put it on your cheek. Where is your finger? Is it on your cheek, or have you put it on your chin? And that's the thing, you see, when it comes to looking at people and watching them and the body language, you are detracted from the voice. But you see, Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, Nelson Mandela, John F. Kennedy, Ronald Reagan, you could turn everything off and the voice said it all. This lady's not for turning. So when you are in the White House and everybody's watching and analysing the body language, you forget that the soul music is coming through the voice. You say, well, we see them on stage all moving. And the answer is, maybe. But can they deliver in the studio when arm actions, body language counts for nothing? It's all in the voice. And that's why, when you come to analyse it, think of everyone together. What about Liverpool? Football's the easiest, isn't it? Yes, Liverpool. We'll never walk alone. When they sing that collectively, you can feel the heart and the soul. You know that if a Liverpudlian says to you, we'll never walk alone, they will defend you till the very end. England, England, Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. It's that moment of triumph. Never had it so good. It's the song. And so any communicator, I'm trying to use my hands less, aren't I, Hilary? But any communicator can get the message across with the voice. And that's why when we came to the White House, and everyone analysing it and how they're moving here and how they're moving there, it's detracting from the voice and what they actually meant. Remember, when you saw Keir Starmer the other day with Zelenskyy, and they had a translator. Zelenskyy couldn't understand English in the same way that you and I can understand English. So therefore, was what they were saying actually what they meant to say? Could they express it properly? You try speaking in a different language. Can you get your emotions across? Can you all hear it in the voice? So we'll leave you with that thought. Please get in touch and let us know what you think, because we've always said music is the universal language of communication. And we're going to be talking about Donald Trump later and the way. I mean, Starmer, the last video he did, yes, we saw that a few hours ago. They never moved their hands. Somebody must have said, don't move your hands. People don't vote for people who move their hands. But not moving his hands, switch everything off and just listen to the voice. Did the voice really convey soul meaning? Soul. Music is in my soul. I've got the music in me. And on that thought, I hope that you've got lots of uplifting music in you. Please join us again. Thank you.